Morning, Koopy. Getting low on food, huh? Hi. Good morning. Good morning, CB head. You're in here, in the dark, being all sleepy. Who are you? Say hi. Yeah, I know Cooper's there. Say hi to everybody. Want to say hi? No? Go say hi? Happy Saturday morning, guys. It has been a couple of weeks since I last recorded, and I apologize for the delay. I apologize for the delay. I decided to take a little bit of a break from streaming and, well, not streaming, but from recording and from vlogging. Just because of everything that's going on, I just kind of needed to recharge, just kind of like a break. And now I feel a little bit better. But it is Saturday morning, like I said, and it's the first time in ages since I've actually got to sleep in. So that was really super nice. Normally, when John is home, I don't really sleep in because he's usually up and he's like, come on, let's get up, let's do things, let's eat, let's go here, let's go there. And I'm not a morning person, so I'm just like, go away. I want to go back to sleep. But he's actually gone this morning, so I did have the full intentions of getting up and like recording more or something, but I feel like my body needed the rest more. So I appreciate getting the extra sleep. But on our agenda for this weekend, it's our 4-day weekend. And then next weekend's a 3-day weekend, but we took some time off Monday and Tuesday so we could clean the house because it's going to be our borough's spring cleanup week. So we get to throw as much shit out as possible like I did in, previous years. But we're going to really haul ass and clean house this year. We got a lot to do. So I'm going to relax as much as I possibly can before I get involved heavily into cleaning. And hopefully I'll be able to take you guys along and show you guys what we're doing. And it's pretty much going to be the vlog. It's just going to be a lot of cleaning. A lot of cats, a lot of cleaning. And that's about it. So that's all I got planned. But right now it's breakfast time. Got my coconut tea, got my cereal with fresh strawberries. Good to go. Now it's time to go watch some YouTube videos and wake up. Hey, what you doing? What you doing? Huh? You chilling out over here? You look upside down to me. What are you doing? Did you find a little bit of a blanket that's all bunched up on the chair? Yeah. You're like, oh my God, Cooper's there. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. It's okay. You're okay. He won't hurt you. Aw. Well, hello guys. It has been a very long time since I vlogged. And I swear to you that I wasn't intentionally ignoring this. In fact, for the past month, I had been recording something for a vlog, and then I would go back and I would watch it and then I'd delete it, and I did it like 4 times, so hopefully this one will stick. But I have not really been doing a hell of a lot other than just normal everyday things. Everything is still pretty much the same in my life, as far as the job searching, it's kind of came to a halt, and work is still pretty bleh, and like I feel like it's a virus and it's just spreading because it just makes my overall existence suck at the moment. So I guess
in hindsight, I've been kind of avoiding face-to-face because I've just kind of, I don't feel like anything I'm doing is worthy. I'm kind of in a creative funk as far as like videos and like recording and editing and everything. And I hate to think that, you know, I'm sure artists all the time have this problem. I'm sure a lot of them, you know, they have these times where they have to take a break, and believe me, I've taken a break. Believe me, I've taken quite a long break, and I don't know. I don't have an answer to anything. And I think that's the scary part of it. I think that's what's really making me kind of just stay at a standstill. I was thinking a lot about stuff, just like about myself and about what's going on, and just trying to find at least some kind of temporary band-aid to the solution. YouTube hasn't really been changing anything. My revenue is still shit, but I shouldn't let that bother me, because day one of me starting this entire channel, I started out of my own pocket with a part-time job. So like, I shouldn't let the whole money thing discourage me. But like I elaborated in my Tumblr post a couple days ago, it just sucks when you work so hard and you put so much time and patience and money into things that you don't get anything in return for it, for what it seems like. And that's kind of the problem in the creative field. Not just YouTube, but like any creative field. Any artist will tell you that the worst thing is just doing stuff for free to gain some kind of portfolio or recognition or network. It's tedious, it's annoying, and it makes us feel underappreciated. And I feel like this kind of falls into that same category. YouTube doesn't recognize the content creators as a creative community vital to their network, not network, but their company succeeding. And that's really disheartening, because, you know, we've done a hell of a lot. And you can watch any YouTuber and you can feel how much they've done and how much they've contributed to their own channels, to, you know, YouTube as a whole, to a lot of things, opened up so many doors, had so many connections and stuff. And guarantee this whole ad boycott, I think they're calling it, isn't really because of YouTube. It's kind of because of what advertisers feel YouTube is allowing themselves to be represented as, I guess, is the best way to interpret it. Advertisers are getting picky and speaking out how they don't want to be placed on certain channels, or, you know, like with certain titles or with certain games. And, you know, like maybe Tidy Cat doesn't want to be on my gory Outlast 2 video, you know, like I get it, but, you know, at the same time, it's like, you're a fucking advertiser. Your job is to advertise regardless, you know, like, and I feel like in a sense, like, they really shouldn't care that much what's on, you know, what their branding is going on, as long as it's not like terrorist shit or, you know, like really bad stuff. But I think they're just getting picky. Just like everybody in the world today is just getting picky and just, you know, bleh, bleh. So what have I been doing lately? Opened up the pool. We've started doing yard work. The weather has been wonky, which is not really helping my mood. It goes from completely cold and rainy to like 90-degree sunshine, humidity, hot as fuck, and then back down to cold. And it's just been very inconsistent. Like a really unusual summer going into June, and it doesn't even really feel like it's summer. It feels like it's kind of like a shitty spring. And that's about it. That's about it. Just the norm. Right now, I am in the process of trying to edit some more Outlast videos. Outlast 2, that is. John is in the living room playing Kingdom Hearts. I was also watching him for a while last week playing Kingdom Hearts. He actually bought like the whole, I'm not going to remember the name of it, but it's the one that has like Kingdom Hearts and then like 1.5 remix and 2 and like a bunch of games all together. He bought that. So I've been watching him play 1 because I beat it forever ago and it was just really fun to watch him play. So I've been doing that and playing with the cats and just kind of like the norm, which has become my normal everyday life. Just job searching, playing with playing with fidget spinners. This one doesn't work as well. We have 4 of these now. And, you know, people can argue saying like people, you know, certain people need them and certain people don't, but like, I will say this has actually helped my anxiety calm down a little bit when I'm just like freaking out and panicking and like, oh my god, what do I do? I just do this and it helps. So, and it's stupid that it helps. It's just like a plastic thing with metal rings and it helps, so. Hooray! I also have a fidget cube. I don't know if you guys have ever seen this. You probably have. It's called a fidget cube and it's got like a bunch of little things. It's got like a little knob and it's got like some domino style buttons that have like obnoxious clicks, and this is like the best part in my opinion. So you could just go like that. It's got like a metal ball which also clicks in, like a light switch thing, spinny thingy. Don't you like my terms? But this isn't as enjoyable as this is. So I will say I prefer these better, but this is also kind of neat. I just brought them in here because I figured, you know what, I'll fidget with them while I'm making videos and stuff and talking to you guys because I'm a fidgeter. I don't know if you could tell that. Most of the time you usually see me like this and my hands are like down so you don't really see them off camera, but realistically I'm like sitting there and I'm going like this, like underneath the table, like I have to fidget. I've always been a fidget. I've always been a fidget. Cat 2017. I've always been a fidgeter, whether it was pens, pencils in my hand, my leg bobbing up and down, tapping something. Like I always had to fidget. It was the worst to get through speech class because your teacher would grade you based on like your overall physical, you know, posture and stuff. So you would have to sit there, you'd have to be nice, and the entire time that I'm doing it to pass the grade, I'm like, oh my god, I need to fidget, I need to fidget, I need to fidget, and this would have been helpful. But yeah. Another thing that we ended up doing last week, yes, 2 weeks ago. No, last week. Our spring cleanup came around and I was going to record a whole bunch of stuff during spring cleanup, and it just got like so insanely gross halfway through that there was no way I was going to be able to. And when I mean gross, I mean we were cleaning out our basement that is just filled with junk left over from his parents and just family over the years. And the basement has flooded numerous times, like not like dangerous like high levels, but flooded enough to cause like a lot of mold and dampness and just grossness. So like there was no way I was going to be able to like pick up the camera with like moldy gloves and like, oh hey, look what we cleaned. But we threw out about 50 bags of trash, a couple tables, a bunch of stuff. So insert picture here of all the junk that we threw out, and luckily our garbage men took every single bag and table and everything. We threw away like an old pool table and just a lot of like moldy clothes and just like random garbage and shit. I have to say, do not ever in your lifetime become a hoarder, because holy crap, if you don't pay for the consequences of hoarding, your relatives will. Your daughters and sons will, your aunts and uncles will, your, grandparents will, whoever the hell is alive after you will. So do not hoard. If you're not using it, get rid of it, donate it. If you don't have a place for it, if you haven't touched it in like 2 years, throw it, get rid of it, and it's so hard, especially for the generation that was alive during the Great Depression. It's really hard for them to throw stuff out, and I think it's really like a mental kind of issue, because his parents went through it, my parents went through it, and holy crap, like this is just from like his family, so it's going to be 10 times worse when we end up cleaning my parents' house whenever they go. Not like I'm rushing it, of course I'm not rushing it, but oh my god. So I have about 7.5 minutes, so I think I'm gonna play some Friday the 13th. Yeah. Happy Lazy Sunday, everyone. Today is June 4th, and haven't vlogged in like several days. I don't even remember the last time I vlogged, but I just wanted to touch base and tell you guys my super awesome happy day yesterday. I tweeted about it, but basically because of everything that's been going on and how I've been feeling, I haven't really had an enjoyable, happy day for a very long time. Everything's been stressful and aggravating and depressing. And like yesterday, for once in my life, on a Saturday, like everything just went by perfectly. I couldn't have really asked for a better time. So yesterday morning we had to drop off John's car to go get fixed. He had to get some stuff done on it. And meanwhile, I was driving him around. We were waiting for the car. So like we went to the mall, we walked around, we did some shopping. I picked up some cool shirts that were on sale. And then we went to our local Kmart, because our local Kmart is shutting down, which was kind of depressing, because it's like that 90s nostalgic kind of like, stuck in time kind of store, but that's why it's closing. So they're closing, so we went and we actually got a waffle maker, one of those like flipping Belgian waffle makers. And then eventually his car was done, we came back home, we ate lunch, and then my friend, who lives several hours away, was in town, and this is the first time I've seen her since she had her first baby. So I didn't get the chance to meet the baby yet, because she just kind of wanted, some time away from the baby. So we went out to dinner, we had a couple drinks, like everything was just perfect from like morning to night, was just amazing. Everything went by smoothly. So I'm kind of hoping today will also be that kind of day. But knowing the fact John will probably come home and we'll have to do some housework and stuff, because we've kind of been neglecting it, but we shall see. So I am, right now, I'm kind of editing some videos, I'm uploading some stuff, scheduling what I have left, and then Tuesday, Guardians of the Galaxy Episode 2 comes out, and we're off Tuesday, because tomorrow is Monday Night Raw, and it's going to be premiering in a city close to us, so we're going to Monday Night Raw for WWE. We're going to be there while it's live. We're probably not going to be on camera, but we're going to be there. And then we took the next day off, because by the time everything's said and done, we get back home, it's going to be really super early in the morning. So, rather than like go to bed like 1 or 2 in the morning and then fight to like go to work at like, for 8 is going to be really difficult, and there's nothing going on at like either of our jobs right now. So we just took Tuesday off. So Tuesday I'll be recording that. And I think for the most of the time that John's gone today, however long he's gone with his brother, I'm going to try to get some more Friday the 13th in, maybe some more Overwatch. Kind of torn between what to play, because Friday the 13th is so much fun, and I'm trying to like actually figure the game out and learn about how to play it better. And at the same time, I want to play Overwatch because the event's going on. It's the anniversary event, and I want to get skins and like new emotes and stuff. And so I'm torn because I want to play this, but I want to play that, but I can't give everything my equal amount of desired time. So that's kind of where I am right now. But yeah, so it's 12:51 and everything's going pretty good and I'm feeling pretty good. I also saw a job posting yesterday, a couple of job postings for graphic design, which is a really good sign. So one of them was really super potential because it was literally like 3 minutes down the road from my house. The only downside is it's part-time, which will lead to full-time, and I kind of need like full-time now and not like, hey, I might have like this stupid transition of like being part-time for like 6 months or something. So I wasn't sure how well that would go. So I did apply to the second option, the second job, which is basically what I do now, but it's just somewhere else. And it's pretty much like a little bit closer in the opposite direction. So I'm hoping that they get back with me, because if that happens and that works out and I get that job, it'll be between a 30 to 37 and a half work week, and for hours, I mean, for work week, no, it'll be like 30 to 37 and a half hours per week, and it'll be $15 an hour. So it'll actually be paying me $150 to like $260 more a week, depending on how many hours I work. So that would actually help me. And I guess like the first raise is within 90 days and it comes with benefits and a free gym membership and stuff. So like that sounds right now more appealing. So I'm hoping I hear back from them, and I hope that all goes well. If I don't hear from them, then I might try the other place that is like the part-time to full-time and see how that works. But at least I have a couple of options. So like I'm feeling kind of hopeful, and that's good. You know, like I was getting really worried that, you know, I really had to like choose something else, and that might come down to it as well. But like, I don't know, I feel like I've gotten so far onto this career path that I just don't want to throw it in the trash, you know. And freelancing is really difficult because it's kind of unreliable. There's no steady flow of income, and you have to work 3 times as hard in order to gain clients and, you know, actually like manage your work. And it just seems like such a hassle. Whereas when you work in an environment where workflow is just given to you because you're hired by the company, it's so much easier to maintain. You know, everything's not relied solely on you. But if I can get the job that is like less than 40 hours a week but is still full time, that might open up some time for like additional streaming and more gameplay and stuff outside of work hours and during the time that maybe John is not home yet. So that's what I'm hoping for that works, because that sounds a lot more ideal right now. You know, so maybe having like a 6-hour workday instead of an 8-hour workday sometimes would be pretty cool. But we shall see. We shall see. So that's kind of where I'm at right now. Look at this ball of poop right here. Hi, ball of poop. Are you a ball of poop? Ball of poop. Let's go see if we can find the Dolly doll. She's been super affectionate since yesterday. And she's been pretty good today as well, but let's see. There she is. You can barely see her. All you see is her little white paws. Hi. We wanted to say hi to you. Hi, pretty girl. How are you? I see your cute little pink beans right in here. Pretty girl. Such a pretty girl. Big yawn. So I just uploaded So I just uploaded part 15 of Outlast to go up for, oh, that reminds me, that's got to go up today. So I gotta actually change that to today, not tomorrow. So I have that up, and then I have to upload the last part for The Walking Dead for Monday, and then I get to start Guardians of the Galaxy, and then everything should go accordingly. And then I need to record more Outlast 2. I wanted to do it today, but as much as I want to do it today, I don't really know how long it's going to take me to complete like the whole mine area. I think I'm towards the end of the game, but I want to give it my full undivided attention and not like this, you know, undetermined, like, you know, maybe I have like an hour to myself, maybe I have two, and then have to rush through it and not pay attention. So I think I'm going to hold off on recording today, and I'm going to just kind of get my video situated and uploaded and everything and catch up on some things. I'm also checking out a new feature. I don't know if you want to call it a feature or extension. It's called Tube Buddy, and it's supposed to help you maintain your channel and your analytics and monetization and stuff. I only have the free version right now because I'm testing it out. There are advanced features on it that include like bulk uploading and stuff, but you have to pay a fee a month for it. So right now I'm just trying it out, and if I get really used to it and it helps me, then down the line I'll probably will end up paying for it, so that way I can, you know, gain more of a benefit for it. But I had never heard about it until this weekend, so I was like, you know what, I'm going to try that out. And so far it seems to be pretty cool, and it does a lot of cool features. It goes on to Google Chrome, and it helps monitor all your videos, and it also, any video you watch on YouTube, it also brings up a whole analytics on someone else's video and channel and everything. So that's super cool to see from like a creator's perspective how everybody's doing, you know, what's making their videos, you know, more popular or like more in demand than yours and stuff. So I'm gonna try it out. But if anybody out there is starting a YouTube channel or anything, and you have like, you know, a really small amount of subscribers and you're trying to grow, I recommend it. It's called Tube Buddy. TUBEBUDDY. You just Google it and it should take you to a thing to download as the extension. You can like, I think that it has its own website at .com, so you could look into that. But I heard about it through a video that I watched, and so I'm trying it out. So far it seems really freaking cool. And down the road I may end up paying for it and getting, you know, something a little bit more back from it. But it also helps you share your videos on social media and find a appropriate time to upload your videos based on like your views and how many people like look at your stuff. So it's interesting. It really is interesting. So I'm looking into it, but that's what I'm doing today. So I'm uploading videos, and I'm going to watch a couple of YouTube videos of people that I'm subscribed to catch up, and probably play some more Friday the 13th in a little bit, and maybe some Overwatch later, I don't know, because tonight is also Extreme Rules on WWE, so it's a pay-per-view night, so I don't know how much more I'm going to be able to get done, but we'll see. Fingers crossed that I get things done. Crazy doll? Are you a crazy doll right now? Are you? Yeah. Oh, okay. Hey guys, so sorry for the wobbliness of the camera. I don't have a good grip on this, but it is currently Tuesday morning at 11:34, and plans have changed a little bit today. Not really too mad about it, but so that job that I applied to over the weekend got back with me on Monday and set up an interview for 3 p.m. today. So I am actually in the process of trying to get ready and set up for that, which isn't too hard, but as always, I'm always nervous and whatnot. But everything so far for the past couple days have gone smoothly. Dolly's running around like crazy, but everything's gone so smoothly. It's weird. Like, I feel like I should be throwing like salt and pepper over my shoulders, you know, like avoiding black cats and like ladders and like everything to like not jinx it, but everything's been going by so well. It's retarded. So after having a very nice, pleasant weekend, and then Monday yesterday started the day off with the whole interview thing. So set up the interview. The guy who I'm going to be interviewing with, I'm assuming, sounds like a really cool laid back guy. So that gives me a little bit of hope for the job, that maybe this is like, this is it, this is the one. But he seemed pretty cool about it, and he seemed to express interest in me, saying like, you know, well, we're looking for somebody for display advertising and you're the person we're looking for. So that made me feel a little bit of confident, what word? I don't know. But yeah, so that made me feel really good about the day. I had a really progressive day at work. I got a lot done. I was able to leave earlier yesterday than expected because John and I were going to see Monday Night Raw live in Wilkes-Barre, PA. So we went, we got dinner, we got everything set up, and then we headed down. We got there in good timing. We were able to get in. We had really good seats. And normally what ends up happening at these events is we, you know, because it's just two of us, we usually end up getting seats where we sit next to people and it's like really cramped and uncomfortable. And I was hoping that wasn't the situation, because Raw is 3 hours and we were there for like 4 or 5 yesterday. And luckily no one sat to the left of me. So the 2 chairs to the left of me were completely empty throughout the whole night. So lucky me. And then we were able to get out kind of at a decent time. We had to fight some really crazy, stupid rain, hail weather on the way home, which kind of sucked. But during the entire time that it was pouring rain, we were thinking, oh God, the basement's going to be flooded when we come home. And it wasn't. And the basement's okay. And it started out as a really rainy day. And as you can see right now, it's clearing up. It's getting sunny. Pretty cool. So my camera battery's dying, but I am trying to get ready for the interview, and I will charge this camera up and wish me luck. Okay, so this is take 2, sitting in my car on my lunch. Yesterday, I tried recording this, and it seemed like every single time I brought out my camera, everyone had to come talk to me, come see what I was doing, or like be too close to me to even talk. I wanted to, sorry, just had lunch and I'm a little phlegmy. I wanted to tell you guys my experience with the interview yesterday. Not yesterday, 2 days ago now. Feels like yesterday. It's Friday now, but on Tuesday I had the interview. And did not really go according to plan, and it was really super awkward and weird for a couple of reasons. The first being, I got there on time for a 3 p.m. interview, and he kept me waiting for 30 minutes. Upon keeping me waiting, he proceeded to do some kind of like phone conference with a client, and came out at one point and walked into the room adjacent from where I was sitting and proceeded to like chew out his secretary or whatever the hell she is. And that was super weird and embarrassing to witness. And then finally came around with getting the interview, and a car just decided to drive around me. But finally came around to the interview, and started out the interview by saying, if I were you, I wouldn't take the job. So like, I didn't know how to feel about it at first. I felt like, you know, is he trying to like play mind games? Is he trying to like trick me? Is this a joke? You know, is he testing me? Like, I wasn't sure. Like, how many times do you go for an interview and you get told, you know what, don't bother, but I invited you here? And then to make matters even worse, after he said that, he kind of down-talked his company a little bit. Like, not really in a negative way. Like, he talked like his company was successful, but he talked about it in a way where it was like, yeah, we're really not really busy and we really don't do much and this and that. And I don't know what you're thinking you're gonna, get into, if it's gonna be better than what you have. And like, it was weird. It was like he was trying his best to convince me to not take it. And then after all was said and done, and he barely asked a single question to me, and then he concluded the interview by saying, you know, let me know what you want to do. If you want to work here, I'll hire you. If not, then whatever. So I was like, what? So, following that strange, odd experience, I was torn because the place didn't really seem legit, but the money did. So I had to really do some digging and look up stuff about the company. And upon doing that, came to find out something really dirty. And that was that the guy who interviewed me wasn't even like going by the name of the magazine that, like, the job that I applied for. It was like this, advertising magazine that he worked for that I went to interview for. And the only way that I could find any reviews or information about the company was by looking up his name on Facebook. And on his Facebook profile, he didn't even have this magazine business listed as one of the things that he did. So I was like, that's odd. So then I looked up the company name he did have listed because it was the same address as the place I went to. And that's when everything unfolded. And I came to find out it was part of this huge marketing firm. And yeah, so once I started looking up reviews on the marketing firm, that's when I found the really negative reviews. And I looked it up on Glassdoor. If you guys don't know what Glassdoor is, it is an amazing website where you can look up reviews about any company, and they give you like reviews, anything from like the company itself to like what the interviews are like there, what are some questions that were asked, what's the salary range they give people, and like stuff like that. So that's when I found out the dirty on this place. And I came to find out it's a place where like the guy who did the interview with me, he's like never there. And when he is, he's like he's a complete tyrant. So, yeah. So yesterday I ended up turning it down. And yeah. So that's where we are now. And it's Friday at work, and I'm sitting in the car because it's actually nice outside. I haven't really felt like walking or anything, but I really need to motivate myself to working out again. I really have to get back to the gym. I really have to go on walks again. I really have to move. I've kind of been in a slump. The weather's been kind of like off and on. It's been like today is like in the high 70s and like almost maybe 80, maybe not with the wind, maybe high 70s. And just haven't really been doing anything. I've been trying to get the pool situated, and it's been really hard with the weather to get that fixed. And we're gearing up to trying to do some renovations in the house, and like, I don't know, I am a little bit discouraged of the fact that that job didn't really fall through the way that I wanted it to, and the fact that I was offered it made it worse. Like, it's so much worse when you get offered a job and then you realize how bad it is that you can't take it. Whereas if you get turned down for a job, then it's like, well, whatever, that really sucks and I hate it, but the decision was made for me. It wasn't left in my hands to decline. Like, I feel like declining an offer is like the worst thing you could do, especially when you're given something with like a pay grade, like upgrade, than what I have. But it's like, I don't think it's worth the risk of like hating my life or possibly getting fired anyway. So it's pretty much it. Pretty much everything that's going on. And tonight I am streaming. I'm going to be streaming more Friday the 13th. And I'm working on a channel trailer. I'm just trying to get in the mindset of just enjoying the summer and just kind of enjoying the time I have, even if I don't get another job. I can't hold out forever thinking like that job is going to appear tomorrow, but I have to move on with life. So that's kind of where I'm at. And hopefully something else good comes along. So that's probably going to conclude this.
And I'm recording on my phone, so that's why it looks different. But probably going to conclude this, and I shall see you guys next time. Sorry for the delay in vlogs. It's been a long time. But I hope to see you guys really soon. So take care, everybody. I hope you're having a good one. And bye-bye.